Hello, I'm Doris Mariani, Chief Executive Officer of Nonviolent Peace Force. On behalf of everyone here, I'd like to wish you a happy holiday season and a great new year. As another exciting year draws to close, we at Nonviolent Peace Force want to take a moment to express our gratitude to you, our staff, volunteers, and supporters for making 2014 a successful year for us. Our success this year and always is due to the exceptional work of our committed staff and the trust our individual supporters and institutional partners put in us. Our field programs grew nearly 40% compared to the previous year. In South Sudan, civil war created the demand for more civilian protection and significantly increased our activities. We're the largest and most highly respected civilian protection agency in South Sudan. In the Philippines, after working 7 years toward peace in Mindanao, we were delighted when the Bangsamoro Peace Agreement was signed this year, and we will continue our part to ensure that peace lasts. In Myanmar, we established a solid presence in 2014, helping the government, civil society, and armed groups work toward the national ceasefire. Looking ahead to 2015, we will continue to develop and expand our field programs designed to reduce violence and protect civilians in conflict-affected countries. In Ukraine, we already got started and plan to expand in 2015. We were awarded a significant new program to address the Syria conflict and will be training the Syrian civil society organizations. We're also looking to develop a program in Central African Republic. 2015 will be an exciting year for Nonviolent Peace Force in the field. We've also had a remarkable year with our advocacy work with the United Nations.
Hello to all our friends and supporters with Nonviolent Peace Force. I hope that you understand that Nonviolent Peace Force not only survives but thrives on the hopes, the dreams, the aspirations, and the prayers of thousands of us, doing each and every part that's necessary to build an effective, unarmed civilian peacekeeping force that can protect civilians who are vulnerable throughout the world. We are now facing actually a crescendo of opportunities. Our work at the UN has really found resonance in a number of places. We completed the narrative for an e-learning course that we are doing in partnership with the UN Training and Research Organization, UNITAR, and that narrative is done. We have over 200 pages that represents the most advanced academic compilation of unarmed civilian peacekeeping and protection that has ever been produced. In connection with that, we are developing a good practices conference where we will bring together practitioners, and it's not only Nonviolent Peace Force that is doing civilian protection work. There's about 15 organizations throughout the world, and we've never met. And so we're going to bring together practitioners along with policymakers and academics to identify what are the good practices that work, where, what can be replicated, and what can be scaled up. And then we will make that available to everyone in the world who is interested in this topic. To start this out, we have begun this month rigorous case studies. We have just completed the first case study in South Sudan. That will be followed by a case study that's done in January in Colombia, where there are 6 organizations that are doing unarmed civilian protection. And then that will be followed in February with a case study that will be done in Mindanao. Those case studies will provide the basis for a good practices conference that we'll be organizing over the next year. At the UN, a week ago, the General Assembly passed the culture of peace resolution that included language on civilians protecting civilians. This represents the first acknowledgement on the part of the General Assembly of unarmed civilian protection. It is a small and significant step in our work. In addition, we are starting to provide background education to the high-level panel on peace operations that was appointed by Secretary General Ban Ki-moon to help them understand how civilians can effectively protect civilians, and that needs to be a part of the peace operations of the UN. Additionally, we just received a notification from the European Union of €2 million to begin a civilian protection project in Syria. And just today, we were notified by the Australian mission to the UN that they will be funding a training program in South Sudan where our unarmed civilian protectors will be providing training for other NGO, meaning non-governmental organization workers, so that we can extend the protection as far as possible. This is a time in which we are running to keep up with the opportunities. We can only do that with your solid and continued support. And that is something that we rely upon, and we will not only survive, but we will thrive because of it. So thank you, and may we have a blessed new year when we can help to bring about an end to violent conflict and indeed an end to war.